All right, hello everybody. I was trying to get 2 videos done this week, but I was sitting here working the other morning. I got up like 4 o'clock to start writing or whatever, and I heard a big boom. And thank goodness I got up looking to work because I went into my son's room and the ceiling had collapsed. I busted a valve. There was a water valve busted, and the ceiling came collapsing down. And I went straight to work trying to get water out, extracting water, cleaning up, blah, 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 getting all that kind of stuff out of my room, out of my son's room immediately before I called any plumber to clean anything up. I just turned the water off and cleaned up. So I've been doing that for 2 days, and we finally got everything back together. They're in there painting it right now. So I've been working, man. But I was wanting to make a video about this Texas Coast offense because I've been hearing a lot about the Texas Coast offense. What is a Texas Coast offense? Now, I don't think it's going to be a run-heavy offense. It should be around the same amount of running as last year. But this year, we should run at better spots. Maybe that's been my number one gripe, maybe. And more creative ways. That's one of my number 2 gripes. But I'm just saying we should. And what we're hearing is that they understand this. So no more just running on first down. Hopefully. All right, let's start with what I'm hearing that I like about the offense. Now, I've been crying about running the football for years, and let me try to explain to people, because every time you say you want to run the football, people go, with the polarizing minds that exist in this world today. When you say you want to run the football, that mind goes all the way to 1965 Jim Brown and just running and not throwing the ball, and it's insane how no one can just take running the football for what it is. Just running the football is another way and a safer way of moving the ball forward. And you can do it in a lot of creative ways, just then 3 yards in a cloud of smoke. But and let me tell you about my DNA just quickly about running the football. As little me, when I was in college or right out of college, I got a chance to go to a Big Ten football game, and I was so excited. It was Ohio State versus Illinois. It was when Ohio State had somebody, I can't remember the name of the running backs. Can't remember right now, but they had 2 decent running backs. Neither one really made it in the NFL. And it was just when the Big Ten was just running the football, and it was so boring. I was just not like that, back and forth. So it's not my style of football, boring running football. I want exciting running football. That's why I'm attracted to what's going on out there in San Francisco. All right, let's just have that. But from listening to everyone, like I said, not running more, but running smarter. Do you remember me after the Jaguars game and the Packers game saying we literally could take a knee? That was a little bit of hyperbole of me saying that we literally could have done anything, and even the running plays that didn't work would have turned out working because they essentially was draining the clock in a time when we were trying to keep a team from coming back on us. That's the kind of stuff I was talking about. And I was just the hyperbole was just saying that even though if we didn't get any yards, it still would be a good run. And I don't know why people still don't get that. All right, what else? The utilization of Pollard and Vaughn in the screen game. I'm hearing a lot of that. Now, please don't be teasing me with this, because putting Pollard and Deuce in space is the most dangerous thing I can think of for us to have on offense. Just utterly dangerous. So we'll see it. They say they've been running in practice. They're starting practice again today. So we'll see if I'm going to have my ears to the ground to see if I hear any screens. Are they running screens? All right. What else? The use of fullback. Hunter Lupke. And not just a fullback that blocks, because, Hunter Lupke can do that. But he can catch, he can run routes, he's a short yardage specialist. He can do a lot of things. He's like Cal Juice out there in San Francisco. And Cal Juice can line up anywhere, and your fullback used to be an indication of where your running back was going. But now, when the fullback is in the game, you don't know what that fullback is going to actually be used for. Blocking, catching, running, So I love it. He'll be an unsung hero. Not many people are going to know about him, but He may be really good. What else do I like? The offensive line I like. The offensive line I like because I've always liked that the running plays that come from agile run blockers, because in my opinion, that opens up the bigger holes and that leads to bigger plays. I remember back when we rebuilt our line for Romo, when we had the road grading type offensive line. It was for Marion Barber. I really didn't like it, but that was more of an offensive line made for road grading and 3 yards in a cloud of smoke or whatever. But when you have an athletic offensive line, you can get them out on screens, you can get them out on pitches, you can pull here, you can pull there, you can do a lot of athletic stuff to get your athletes out in space and see what they can do. So that's all. That's absolutely one of my favorite things. And I think that's it. Now, what do I do? What do I not like about this West Coast offense? I think I've said it more and more. I'm beating a dead horse here. But what I don't like is the scheme, the route running. I don't know where the philosophy and the routes are going to change. I haven't heard anything about that. You understand what I'm saying? Do you know the meme of Kellen Moore's offense that had 4 curls? I hadn't seen us do anything to do stuff differently. I want to hear from our wide receiver coach. I want to hear what type of... I heard that Michael Gallup is learning more routes now. And I'm like, wait a minute. First of all, why is he only learning these routes now? And second of all, shouldn't he be focused on doing what he does best to get back there first if he has to learn more routes? So I'm really confused in a lot of stuff that's going on with the wide receiver position. And I know I'm opposite when it comes to the running back situation. It's kind of very similar. You got one stud, CeeDee Lamb and Pollard, and a bunch of question marks. And actually, CeeDee Lamb got the most help with Cooks and Pollard don't. But I just believe Pollard can hold his own, by himself. And the other things are nice additions to Pollard. But when Pollard went down, we were done. CeeDee Lamb, how much I love CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb, this is the best way to say it. CeeDee Lamb is not the issue by any chance. But he's not the solution either. Because if he was the solution, he would have been the solution last year. He was great last year. He had made some mistakes, but he made up for those mistakes. So we need somebody that's going to add with what we know we're going to get from CD, a great year. But we need somebody that's going to add to CD the right way. Brandon Cooks, I don't understand that because he's a field stretcher. He's not a guy that works the inside and gets those first downs and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know what we're going to do with converting big third downs. The main teams, the elite teams, they convert those big downs. And that's why we fall short when we come into big games in the playoffs, is because we can't convert third downs versus elite defenses. You understand what I'm saying? Kansas City, they got Travis Kelce. They got Kelce. Whenever Mahomes needs a play, he's going to Kelce or he's running. In San Francisco, you got like 3 or 4 guys out there that are hard to handle on third down. In Philadelphia, you got that stupid quarterback sneak that they did on crucial downs to get first downs. And however stupid it was, that was very crucial to their season. If you look at what that converting third downs is just as important as those big chunks and big plays and big yards. Just as important. And we haven't gotten anybody to fill that spot. And I'm hoping once I get to training camp, Simi Fehoko, because that's my brain's logical choice without having to go out and get myself what's his name? Hunter Renfrow, because I want Hunter Renfrow. And instead of us having to go out and get a Hunter Renfrow, a Simi Fehoko may be the guy that can work that in area. And then on third down, your quarterback has someone that he knows is going to be open and will catch the ball. That is so huge, guys. I don't know how to say it. I'm going to say that statement again. Having someone at an elite level that converts third downs is just as important as a person that makes big plays. Probably even more important than person to make big plays. Moving that chain, important. Who is gonna be our guy? All right, holla at you.